Howdy. Hello. I almost forgot to put the recording on headphones. That would have been funny. The microphone would have taken up the um, speakers. Yes. All right. So today's about there is this event that is out in basically 7 hours, and I haven't done anything with it. There's another event, but that has more time, so right now I'm only streaming because I have to finish this, I have to do this quest. Not this one, because it runs out. So if I do that, then I would stream it, but otherwise I would just run through it. So I am really hopeful because tomorrow I'm working, I have to get up early. There's a... How is that? There's probably an expression that I'm trying to think about. But basically, I'm washing clothes, and the washing will be over in, well, 1.5 hours basically. So that's around the limit that I'm gonna put on this one. Okay, let's go to quest. Did I do that? Did I do that? Navigate. Yeah, there you go. So that's all. I'm just running through it. Oh, and also maybe maybe after. Let's do it now. Let's do a tea party. This one. Tea party notes.
To this tea party.
Okay. So these are the options. I'm really curious about what's going on with Nugalet. But I would want to start from people that we know better. So these are more like these four. The other two is, I don't know why. And of course the Wanderer. But maybe that's because I should leave them for last. I don't know. Let's go with Albedo. Okay. I'm curious about that one. Invitation accepted. Go to tea party. And it's at his home.
Time for more snow, damselettes.
Of course, she's from basically not from Schnezny, but she's been there for a lot of time. Head near Abidos. Campsite in and I have to wait. Do I have it on? Oh, wrong timing. And then we are here. Okay.
It's a rare occasion indeed when Miss Sandrone finds the time to visit Mondstadt.
Oh, did you meet before? Have you met before?
You provided such invaluable help when I was researching the numerological array. I wanted to thank you in person.
Oh yeah, he's been there with Durin. Am I putting 2 and 3 together? Something was there.
You're too kind. But such things lie well outside my area of expertise. The credit for completing it should really be all yours.
It was a team effort.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, where's Durin? Seeing as you're practically his guardian, I thought he would be unable to stray too far from your side.
Yeah, and also that has been there because when we said farewell to Columbina on her day, you know, on that party, Durian and Abido was definitely there, so they already met, yeah.
You're not entirely wrong. But recently, he's been making headway with his social skills. So I've been trying to encourage him to be a bit more independent.
Aren't you worried about him?
Of course he is.
A little. In the past, if he was on his own and interacting with someone whose personality was, let's say, strong, he tended to...
Pick up
Yes.
bizarre habits? Mimic unusual verbal tics?
Huh.
Precisely. I take it you've experienced something similar, Miss Sandrone.
Did she?
Do you even need to ask? I'm practically an expert.
Huh. Interesting.
Typically, after a meeting with Grandmaster Varka, I'll take Durin to visit Sucrose and help with her research. It allows him to find his focus. But if he spent too long with acting Grandmaster Jean, we'll pay a visit to Klee so he can rediscover how to relax.
Yeah, I get it.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Just looking after my family.
Yeah, actually.
How would you handle such situations?
I will do that for a friend, even.
Me? I don't have the energy for that sort of mess. But it seems to me that if someone's good by nature, no matter how much they're influenced, they'll always return to their true self.
Yeah, that seems plausible. Yeah, I'd agree.
An excellent observation. Perhaps I can adopt this way of thinking. Thank you for treating me, Miss Sandrone.
Yeah, but maybe that's for, just if you want to stay like this and take pictures and whatnot. Because yeah, we can craft. Oh, we can craft here. I didn't even know. Okay then. I would need 6 of these anyway. Okay, she's not put up here. Then I have to go back a lot. Because I decided that I'm gonna send her Shabros.
Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome. And that's basically it. With her, I think some artifact chasing might be coming. So I decided that I will go through, especially the weakest characters, when I'm not having anyone new to level up, and bring them up to the level of the others. So when I use them, I wouldn't think of them like, even in Imaginary Theater, for example, I wouldn't treat them as not good enough, you know. Just because they are not level up, but they would be usable. Because basically I have everything to have every character in a reasonable place. So why not do that? Every character that I own, of course. I mean. Alright, so let's get back to the other one. Oh, let's finish this.
Thank you for treating me, Miss Sandrone. All right. Until we meet again.
Until then. should be doing this instead. Okay, do I need to do anything else? Hey, hey! Let's get the crab. I got the crab. Terminal ballistics are impeccable, and the dispersion is close to the ideal. According to our assessment here at the Mason Guardian Age's Weapons Bureau, your weapon is very much a cannon. It's just a shame that that we need at least 2 teams worth of manpower to deploy your musket in the field. It's too complicated to use. Okay, so first Chevros is here. Thank you for the approval, Officer Chevreuse. Actually, I don't think the high barrier to entry is a bad thing. Before I had the Soul Sniper ritual staff, custom made by Sandrone, and we agreed that the stronger the weapon, the stricter its usage standards should be. Apart from their difficulty of use, I've even considered placing a moral cognition based lock on such weapons. That way, we can ensure that they are wielded by the right people, preventing any immense damage resulting from criminal theft. That's a fair concern, Officer Chaska. Officer Chaska? What the? And this is Turena, Special Security and Surveillance Patrol Instructor. Weapon theft that leads to committed crimes is not uncommon here in Fontaine, by the way. Let me just check. Yeah, okay. It was Chevreuse who started talking, and I was like... I didn't recognize when it... realize when it switched to Chaska. Wow, so many old friends. Fontaine's Mason, Guardian, Netlands, Flower, Feather Clan, and the Knight of Favonius? What's going on with this little gathering of yours? Of course we are the Knight, yeah. Reconvening the multilateral exchange? Another joint wargame? Bullseye. You caught on the situation immediately, PTA. Some time back, the Special Patrol sent Turena to Liyue to take part in a joint wargame. The wargame became the catalyst for... Oh, let's drink. I don't know why my throat does this. But whatever. That wargame became the catalyst for ever more frequent exchanges between the armed forces of various nations. This time around, it's the Russian ballistic wargame between Fontaine and ones that aimed at sharpening combatants' battlefield planning capabilities on all sides. And this time, thanks to our friends in the Knights of Favonius putting in a good word, the warriors of Netland's Flower Feather Clan have joined the wargame as well. The Flower Feather Clan warriors are skilled at firing while in flight. They've opened the doors to a whole new world for us. The Knights have gotten to know the Natlanese warriors during their expedition then. Paimon should have thought of that sooner. But what's a ballistic wargame really? Paimon understands every word individually, but put them together and it gets a little confusing. Doesn't shooting just mean firing the gun and being done with it? Are bullets allowed in wargames too? Aha, if everyone had unlimited ammunition, you'd just hold down the trigger and most enemies would be no problem at all. But combat is a long drawn out process. A shooter can only carry so much ammunition, so every shot needs to land. And to land strategically. Strategically? So the Knights of Favonius have developed a new type of grenade to help shooters sharpen their understanding. The principle behind it is a little complicated though. As for the specifics, I'll let our friend from the Knights of Favonius walk you through it. Coming, apologies. I was buried in report organizing and hadn't even noticed that the honorary knight entered a little light companion. My greetings to you both. Hedwig, by the way. I'm Hedwig, member of the Knights of Favonius General Affairs Company. I'm in charge of recording proceedings for this wargame and coordinating between the gunsmiths and our other allies. Speaking of which, the device for this round actually has a connection to you two. Do you remember the strange Samachar statue that once appeared in the Dupa Gorge? Vaguely, long time ago that. Don't remember, doesn't matter, does it? Oh, I want to go with that. Even Paimon was a bit fuzzy on this. Hedwig, why don't you give us the short version? Right then, I skip past the old legends and the scattered intel and cut to it. Yeah, so illusion of choice. This would have been the answer right away. According to the investigation company's findings, the statue was the work of an ancient Samachar, the Ladler of Broth. Churdrick. Had taken an unused domain and reshaped it into a place to drill his battle formations. The honorary knight defeated one of Churdrick's lingering shadows back then, which caused the domain to collapse. And the eyes of Upono, and the eyes of Upono, the oversaw the formation scattered out into the open. I think this is the name, the only reason why this is not voiced. Because nobody was able to say it, especially not multiple times. Once the support company had a sample in hand, they spent the better part of a year carefully disassembling and analyzing it. Eventually, they got the technology figured out, combined it with the design principles of Levi's overhead surveillance devices, and produced a kind of visualizing observation grenade. What the fuck you're talking about? Meant for long-range reconnaissance, so a shooter can gather information from a position of safety. Observation grenade. Yeah, okay. So it blows up and it gives intel. Got it. What a roundabout journey. Paimon never imagined that little fellow be wrapped up without much fanfare would leave behind such a mysterious treasure. The upshot is, in a wargame setting, the observation grenade lets shooters see through the eyes of their round in flight, depending their grasp of trajectory and obstacles. So they can practice shooting strategies geared toward different scenarios. It works on quite a few clever little angles. As for us, Flower Feather clan members, our Saurian riders often have difficulty determining the effects of shots we make while riding our Kukusaurs. We are up in the sky after all, with our targets being far away. These observation grenades can thus help us conduct battlefield damage assessments. That's a term I learned from the special protocol by the by. It is a very concise concept. Sounds pretty neat. Glad to be of help. I didn't know. Okay. At present, the people involved in the wargame have completed everything our two leaders, Chaska and Shabruz, have designed for them. All that's left is to complete our wargame with an expanded sample. Yeah. Since you're here on our night, would you like to try it out? By all means. I did notice during the Fontanelli FM festival that you're quite a crack shot and an inspired one too. That's perfect. I'm personally interested to see how much your marksmanship improved over the years, Pitine. And from the perspective of the wargame, your lack of familiarity with the observation grenades means that you can form an excellent control group for us. You know, Pitine, it does feel like this grenade thing has real history with us. Might as well try its effects for ourselves, huh? It should be pretty fun. Guess I have to step up and take this seriously. A bit of marksmanship practice is good for me too. Totally. An extra skill, right? Never know if we run into some sort of bad guy who can only be taken out with muskets or something. Foreshadowing much? Great. In that case, I prepare the venue and notify all those we have playing as targets. The rules are simple. Make as few adjustments as possibly while defeating your targets efficiently. I should first say that this drill was made to be tough. Even the Special Patrol's previous marksmanship instructor, Engin, again, was barely able to pass. But I suspect you did just fine. Of course, there's no need to feel pressured. Sometimes shooting is not just about technique, but also about inspiration that arrives as light as feathers and a little luck to send it off on the wind. It still feels like more and more things to watch out for, and more pressure, but whatever. Don't think of this as a test, another one, but more as a relaxing game. Perhaps you'll gain something unexpected from all this. In final long-range sightlines, Traveler must fire an observation grenade to hit every target in the real ground without touching any obstacles. Oh! After hitting a target, the observation grenade can be fired again from that target's current position in a new direction, continuing to fly in a straight line. The challenge fails if it hits an obstacle. Again. The farther the observation grenade flies before hitting a target, the higher the score. To get a high score in the drill, plan your trajectory carefully and aim for long-range hits whenever possible. Mark targets, arrange the firing order to help plan the projectile's path. I still don't understand what we are going to do, but maybe next time. Aim at the target and select the corresponding button to mark it. Select the same button again to unmark it. You can also use the clear all option to remove all current target marks. The fuck is that going to be? Whatever. Don't go to. I mean, I go there, but only because I want to know what we are going to gain from all this. Travelers, how's it going, Traveler? Making every shot count? Sort of, though I don't exactly use guns. Other skills, another choice you can make. Who knows? You might find yourself in a future situation. Again, I mean, very soon. I presume, because I saw the trailer. You know, where your usual combat skills are restricted. When that time comes, the option of using musket at range will be open to you. Yeah. How you know that? Makes sense. Mind if I ask you for advice more often then? Hardly. There's no need to call it advice. It's just to be sharing our experiences. To then describe your previous shooting form to me. From where I'm standing, you could well have the potential to become the best shot in Tebet and even set new long-range records. Of course, that's what we are, records and like being best of everything. Of course, live combat situations, urban settings and target shooting challenges have their own unique features. Use the musket in your hands a few more times and I'm sure you'll uncover its secrets. How are we getting on with our Natlanese friends, by the by? By the by? That's so new. Oh, well then, permit me to be frank. I suspect that if we wanted to recruit Miss Jessica, her base annual salary would come up to 60 million more. Sorry, how much? Are my ears failing me? Nope, that's the right figure. From the amazing Guardian experience, building a piece of weaponry capable of matching her mobility and firepower would be likely hundreds of billions of more in budget, several thousand engineers spread across multiple institutions, and over a decade of technical breakthroughs, R&D, and testing, and it still might not succeed. It's not at all hyperbole to call her and her assault sniper a moral bolt that flies. When I watch her engaging targets, I find myself automatically converting each shot she takes into the cost of an equivalent musket round and cannon round. From a cost-effectiveness standpoint, putting her on patrol at the salary we offer would be a steal. The figures are favorable enough to leave even the most cynical merchant in awe. This seems like it's gone well beyond the question of Mora. She's got her duties at the Flower Feather Clan, you know. I understand that she is also a holder of an Atlantis ancient name that makes her one of the most important figures across all of Netland. Which is why I can really only express this wish to you. I think of other approaches, borrowing Miss Chaska's strength whenever possible, so the Special Patrol's capabilities can develop in a more well-rounded direction. Okay, got any topics that aren't about work? Good question. I think Miss Jaska would be well suited to starring in a crime film and absolutely in the leading role. A paranormal adventure with a thriller edge to it would also be fitting. Investigating ruins, unearthing ancient powers, working around mysterious factions. Next time I see Director Xavier, I mention the idea to him in passing. And by the way, how would I this? Because I stay like this because maybe with the target practice. Figures. Huh. This way Chaska is invisible basically. And now she's there, okay. Alright, Chaska? We meet again at last, but Pétiné, how have things been going with you lately? Thanks for asking. How's it been for you in Fontaine? Honestly, some good and some bad. Let's get the bad out of the way first. As I was crossing some open water on my soul sniper, I drifted a bit too close to the shooting range. The special patrol mistook me for an airborne target and let off 2 volleys in my directions. Luckily, I was moving fast enough that they couldn't lead the shots properly. Not a single round connected, and Captain Chevreuse arrived in time to call halt things. Talk about rough luck. As long as there were no misunderstandings or friction, well, only good things followed after that. I took a few easy turns through the city, taking my time to admire all the exquisite man-made architecture, the elaborate machines and ornaments, and the beautifully intricate clothes. I'd been a little worried beforehand. The court of Fontaine is a fortress walled in by stone. I wondered whether the limited sightlines might feel oppressive. As it turned out, the experience was just the opposite of life in the Flower Feather Clan. Being surrounded by by towering buildings gave me somehow strange and pleasant sense of safety. Once the war game is over, I'd like to take a couple more turns through the city. First, what's it been like working with the special patrol? Well, above expectations, and not just by a little bit. Their discipline is remarkable, although I can already imagine some of the tribal warriors finding them too rigid, too tied up by rules to fight freely. But after training my recruits, whose baseline skills were all over the map, I gradually came to understand. When individuals don't have overwhelming personal strength, cooperation and discipline are the last guarantee of stable combat power. So I've had a fault, though I might not be one I can act on. Bringing Captain Chevreuse back to Natlan with me, and getting her to know to throw in with the Flower Feather Clan's warriors. The moral question would be tricky, naturally. Fontaine's wakes and the cost of living are both on the higher end. But I'd find a way to put together an offer she'd be happy with, beyond just moral. You think the special patrol is stronger than the Saurian riders? I figured you'd consider the warrior stronger. No, this isn't about who's stronger or weaker. The point is to make up for what we lack with what they have. I'm proud of the Flower Feather Clan's warriors, and I've never doubted the Saurian Rider's ability to take down any monster. But it's precisely because I know and trust them that I'm clear on our weak spots In every battle, we inevitably take a certain amount of casualties. In the past, we've had to gather as tribes, each warrior doing their part in battle, our coordination looking decent enough on the surface. But when it comes to bringing together the processes of responding to losses, training efficiently, and replenishing combat strength, making warrior teams more resilient, our friends in Fountain clearly have a wealth of experience worth studying in depth, so we can grow stronger ourselves. I think I see what you mean. Not quite following, please go on. No, I get it. Managing teams. But maybe that would have been. Maybe she would say the same. Whatever. Managing teams and designing training programs, giving precise commands. In these areas, Captain Chevros must be one of Fontaine's foremost experts. No. Her professional skills to warrior pursuing collective strength are like a slab of meat sizzling on the open coals to a starving soul. She really is essential to Fontaine. You could absolutely call her one of its key figures. Yeah, I said that. But why are you suddenly looking the other way? A shame then. Fontaine certainly won't let her go. Poaching. So they are basically thinking the same thing about the other. Poaching from all allied force isn't exactly something a proper warrior of the tribe should be doing. Just take it as a not so appropriate joke on my part. Alright. You've been talking so long that it dawned on us. Oh. Koch. What up? Another night. Koch, the gunsmith, greets you. May your range estimates be precise and your ballistics ideal. And you are? About the other workings of the observation grenade? I come back to chat with you. And you are? I'm a member of the support company, normally stationed in Dorma Port. This time I've been sent over to maintain the equipment used in the wargame. Before muskets were used in bulk, I worked quite a bit with the cavalry company's bow and crossbow shooters in addition to the ranged company. So you could call me an old friend of Horken and Hedwig. And this time, the moment word came down about the joint wargame, Hedwig went and named me directly to lead the gunsmith team. Suits me just fine. It gives me a chance to really get a feel for the new Fontania muskets. Right. Hedwig? Oh. Sorry, I'm way too direct. Frankly, I've never expected the Honorary Knight to come and join this wargame as well. The setup here is quite the production. Friend, what other work do you do? Friend. Okay, don't let me keep you now. Oh. Designated scapegoat? Joking. Truth is, it's all classic clerical work. Whatever comes up, I'm the one running the negotiations between the Knights, the Palais Marmonia, and the Natlanese warriors. It cuts down on the friction cost of having too many people going back and forth. Procedural matters during cooperation also fall to me to handle, and I managed to overall travel and expenses budget for the exchange team. That sounds rough. Well, here we are meeting, aren't we? And then there's our legendary marksman, Captain Chevreuse of the Special Patrol, known to put rounds within one arc minute dispersion to 1,000 paces. And then there's the not valuable by normal standards Orion Rider Chaska. Her marksmanship is so absurdly precise, it's like she's got a stabilizer mechanism built into her hands. I mean, I think she has. No matter how messy or exhausting the work gets, I'm coming out way ahead. They could pay me a negative salary and it'd still be worth it. Plus, I've been finding the musket suits me rather well. After my injury, I had given up hope of fighting with a sword again. As it turns out, in the wargame I borrowed Koch's musket and had a few goes at the scenarios. The results were pretty respectable. Maybe I'll be able to return to the front lines with this weapon someday. The crowd doesn't seem all that big though. By the standards of the early technical exchange meetings, this is a serious turnout. It's a mixed deployment from the range, support and general affairs companies. And if our good vice captain of the 5th company hadn't begged off with some peculiar excuse, The knight's presence alone would be enough to wipe out a sizable monster outfit. To say nothing of the Fountain Captain and the Natalie Saurian riders we've got here as well. Alright, start job. So we have 7. Oh, I just jumped in. Let's see what this is actually is. This actually, yeah. Okay. I see 4. Probably will be 5. Nope. So I'm here. What am I doing? I mean... So what about this marking and how am I shooting like this? Some targets in the drill round have not yet been marked by reconnaissance. Confirm shot. After shooting, you will not be able to return to the elevated position. I'm not even taking this. I might. So maybe I should be doing this. This way. Oh. Maybe I can do it this way. Okay, I think I get it, but right now this is just... I saw the stronghold. Okay. That's not gonna be... a long challenge, I think. Similar to what she said. Alright, so I see 4 until now. Nope, that's more. 6. Okay. So let's mark it this way. 1, 2. I can mark him. And the thing is that maybe these two are... I mean, the order didn't matter, right? So if I want to do it, let's start here. Maybe. Okay, let's wait until they get back. I should be at the right place. No! Then I guess I've messed it up. Maybe from here? Yeah, from here it works. Well, this works as well. Wait a second. So it tells me the best is if I... Yeah, try again. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. So the more the bullet travels, the better. I'm getting it now. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, so I can plan that's the numbers only helping me. I mean, can we do this? Like this. Okay, so there should be a position when he will be able to. Do this. Well, I'm not gonna wait that much. Okay, I have to adjust. A little bit. Does it not repeat headshot? Could have been better. Yeah, but it's enough. Okay. Barely, but it's enough. But I see the tactics. What do the rings do? If I shoot through those, one time ideal trajectory ring appears in the trial ground, pass the observation grenade through them, and hit your targets to earn a large number of points. Multiple firing positions are available in the trial ground. Follow the arrow indicators to move between them. Get a full view of the area and plan the most efficient firing strategy. Do you mean? There's no more. Can I go there? Okay, I can. So, starting from there to there. From there to there. I'm guessing this might be. And I only need to start the first one. Huh? There, still the other direction. That's not good, right? Like this. Maybe. Nah, that should have been. But if I try, oh, it wasn't a bad idea. It's just I have to. Okay, then I have to plan it with. How can that guy shoot efficiently that way? So the tree is in the way. That's not. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you're not the first one. So that guy should shoot the other one from there. This one. Okay, one. I can do it from there. Would that be better? So if I would start with this one, so I think I should start from there. Let's start with. I'm curious if this works. Hey. Not you. You're the first. Second. Third. I'm not sure that this is in line. Like this. See, from here. Come out here. This way you're the closest now. Whatever. Let's see. I'm at the. Okay, okay. We're still good. Already alright? There you go. Yeah, the starting point was relevant, but still. That was a much better score. Okay, what's next? Okay, that guy can only be hit from behind, not just one. Or do we need to... some targets deploy shields that can block the observation grenade, making the shot ineffective. Plan your trajectory carefully and aim around the shield to hit the target. So this is definitely not a good point. Maybe for starting. Okay, we have 7 targets by the way. Okay, we don't even see that one from here. I mean, can I move? Nah. Very limited. So I will definitely need to hit that from there. There, there, there. So if I want 2, 3, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it yet. So from, I guess from there that would be a shot there that would hit this one. From this one can, so is that in a line, or we can use the guy in between? Because then I think I can't even mark it from here. Okay, then let's get to the other position. So let's start from there to there. There. Definitely think that this is for the guy is there for us to help go around. If we are stuck. Okay, let's see. From here, there. The question is, from here, can we hit that? Because if not, then... Okay, good. That's this guy. That one. And how far? Well, let's get you in the middle. getting better and better. Right? Okay, what do we get? I don't see any new things. So those guys are running around. Let's take a look from the other side. So there's the other point. If we start from there, then I guess the middle one should be the first. The question is, can he get this one? Oh, wait a second. We should consider the rings. We shoot from there. So is it better to go for the rings? This one? And then I think I can hit this. Then that guy from there. Now the question is really this one. I'm not sure about that choice. Maybe that should be somewhere else. Oh, that's not okay. That's not okay. I mean, can I? That's not going through. That's not gonna go through, huh? Okay. Yeah, from here. This is risky a little bit. But we already have enough points. Okay. Okay, this way we are cool. Still got the ring. Some halfway aiming there, but we'll take those. Alright, next one, which is last one. Okay, okay. So that's clear. Where's the other point? We have to hit that guy from behind. Maybe... can he be the first one? No, he can't be the first one. But we have a guy there. Just for positioning. I thought that we're gonna go up there somewhere, but... I'm just complaining. Okay. Does that guy patrol? It's not gonna travel too much that way. Can I shoot from there down? Question is, where should I start? What does the doggo do? Because it goes quite distances. And so we go up there. We go that far. That would work. If we start there. Anyway, I would shoot from there here. Let's calculate. So this guy, they'll go up there. Should be that guy. This one in the back. It's a short one, but has to be done. This guy. I think that's how it is. Switching position. Now let's see. Basically that works for me. Farthest at least. This one. If you're not going that far, then that's cheat. Where you are? There you are. All right. Oh, ornaments memento. I see. That's just furnishing. Alright. Leave change, of course, and I guess there will be an epilogue kind of thingy. So, we have a deal? We have a deal. Deal? What deal? Did Paimon miss something important? The formal phrasing would be confirming the signature on a memorandum. The joint training memorandum on improving shooter effectiveness. On reflection, recruiting Miss Cheska to the Special Patrol would mean an incalculable loss of talent for her homeland of Natlan, not the wisest move. And the Special Patrol's clockwork stable functioning would be unimaginable without Captain Chabrouse's daily command and coordination. Without her, Fontaine would run into no shortage of trouble. To achieve our objective, we need an unprecedented form of cooperation. Switch places. What is this astonishing telepathy going on? The two experts' minds have lined up. They found a plan that works for both of them. In short, after consulting with Captain Chevrose, we've decided to start a long-term study exchange of representatives within 3 months. No, it's not them who changed. They sent, like, little crews, but, you know, they send their people here, you know, to learn here, and they take people to learn there. The plan can strengthen cooperation between the Special Patrol, the Flower Feather Clan, and the Knights of Favonius, by keeping the burden as low as possible. In the literal sense of those words, you'll send people back and forth. Flower Feather Clan warriors staying in Fontaine for a stretch, and Special Patrol fighters head off to Natlan. Exactly. Though in practice, it's not as simple as just letting people from each side go to live in the other country. The selection of the representatives, the lodging, the daily curriculum, the simulation training, and the live drill schedules, the budget arrangements, every detail needs systematic planning. And we'll be focused on the weak spots, addressing each with its own specific remedy. For instance, the Natlanese warriors don't pay much attention to formation theory, and the Fontanians shooters have almost no live experience with movement against movement marksmanship. So we'll have the Natlanese warriors working in disciplined squad level units, and we'll have the Kukusaurs grab the Special Patrol shooters by the shoulders, fly them low, and have them shoot at intercepting targets. That sounds way too strict. If you can actually pull it off, the results will be tremendous. Targeted training of weak points is the most effective method after all. Many of the planned courses also rely on excellent equipment for our most allies. Representatives from the Knights of Favonius are essential, and any results from the program should be shared with them. Captain Chevrose, that's most thoughtful of you. Once again, our thanks for your generous offer. In this trial, the observation grenades and the suit of equipment all performed normally. We'll continue regular deliveries per the existing procurement contract. As for sending representatives for study, please let me convey this back to our headquarters so that the officers can issue a formal reply. I provide you with the formal written documentation. I'll be waiting for good news from you. And to close, the topic should return to our ballistic wargame. Captain Chevrose is uncommonly pleased with this round's results after all. Yes, with your remarkable control group performance to compare against, Bitune, our final piece of the puzzle is in place. This drill has produced a wealth of ballistic planning thinking samples covering shooters of every skill level. Enough to substantially improve the original musket marksmanship textbooks, and even the instructor manuals for shooter training efficiency could be raised several-fold. Feel free to call me in for the next wargame. I'd be glad to take part in another exercise like this one. That's actually true. That's just what I was waiting to hear. Rest assured, I send you a letter the moment the time comes. With the marksmanship talent you're showing, you ought to be sitting on the test other side of the table next time. Haha, helping our friends in Mondstadt, Fontaine and Natlan all get stronger is the best feeling there is. And that's actually what I wanted to add at the very end, that we see how different nations are like starting to exchange their strengths, starting to because every nation had their own problems to take care of, and then they were focused on that, especially their strongest members. So now that those issues are resolved, they are able to uh, seek out cooperation with other nations, and they seem to be quickly very efficient about that. They are very friendly with each other, which matters a lot because then they won't be each other's enemies here, so they can get together soon against a common enemy. You get me? And also, you know, the foreshadowing that we will be using guns in somewhere probably in the next patch already in Snezhnaya. If one day Paimon hears that the books we helped put together produced an amazing warrior, and that warrior drove off the monsters with a few quick shots, keeping everybody safe, that feeling would be just as good as carrying the bad guys off ourselves, proud and grounded all at once. And I'm guessing that's just of it. Are you talking about different stuff now? As for the candidates we sent to Fontaine for the long-term exchange, my top picks are Junan, and Inkarak. The two of them coming together should work out quite well. Ah, okay, not much talk. Captain, were you serious about what you just said? Keep listening for a bit. Maybe I shouldn't listen. I have to be carried through the air by a Kukusaurus too? That's right. And I have to practice handling the musket up there, shooting at ground targets at high speed? That's right. Then is there a race involved? There is. I'm in. Honestly, even without the raise, I'd be in. Money is never the issue, and the dignity of the super patrol officer is. If the Father Feather class Saurian riders can do it, I'm not about to admit defeat. Honestly, I knew you'd accept even without the raise, but I don't want to shortchange anyone on the team. So beyond the raise, there'll be a series of supplementary insurance arrangements and stipends as well. I don't know what stipend is. What is a stipend? Let's look at that. Stipend. Well, basically salary, pay, allowance, yeah. New word acquired. Error. Alright, to make sure you've got the stamina to handle harsher combat conditions, I'll be adding targeted physical conditioning training as well. Let's start with a 100,000 pace weighted run. I run my best. Dangling in midair really does take it out of you, doesn't it? So for this 100,000 pace run, I carry 50 units of weight. I was going to say 35 units. But since you're volunteering 50, then Leatherlear can run the same standard. We'll see whether the others can take it after that. I did not understand that last part, but whatever. Chavreuse. Captain, were you serious? Oh, it's the same. I get it. Hedwig and Koch. Basically, who are you? We didn't talk to you. Oh, you're just here. This should all be written up and reported back to the Institute. What do you have to report? Changes in the local hydrological environment, the way those mecha operate in the wild, and some residual archeum energy flow. I think these energy flows are just remnants from the explosion. Some shattered archeum crystals were washed out here, but it's not like there's anything serious going on. But just to be on the safe side, I compile a report and send it back to the Institute. But I don't want to set foot in the Fontaine Research Institute ever again if I can help it. Your thoughts on the Fontaine Research Institute? I have no opinion or views on the Fontaine Research Institute now. Once I poured my heart into my work, my passion, my sweat. I devoted so much. I'm tired now though, and happy with ordinary data collection work. You don't sound like it, but I make you sound like it, so I have absolutely no aptitude for research. Who says you don't? Edwin had been a Stinghouse said it himself. He was my superior, and the one who decided if I had an aptitude or not. If that's all, I really should be getting back to work. There's still so much data to collect. Okay, so you were just standing here. Oh, that look. We're like that. Look it up. Almost done for the day. Fancy a couple of drinks at the Rusty Radar over there? Drinks? You'd be paying out of your own pocket then? I'm not approving a single moral for it. All good. We'll cover it ourselves. And bring a few good bottles back for Horken, Ursula, and Gunther. Oh, and Captain Kaya for and the Grandmaster too. Count me out, regardless. I've got to organize the records from this war game property, and the range company has to leave someone behind to help me. And there's the Special Patrol's written documentation for the Grandmaster, the study exchange plan. We've gone and made another 5-star to something without even meaning to. Alright. You guys talk a lot. But we done stuff. Actually, strange how I did not get the 10,000 during the week. Not even closely. How come? Okay, dishes. Yeah, I didn't do the Imaginarium Theater yet. Alright. But I'm not gonna do it right now. But basically that's it. If I would do that and like cook or anything, but it will be like tomorrow, the new week, so it's gonna be easy.
I like
I'm not gonna
music.
bother by it. So that was the stream. Basically, I have to go do some stuff until I have time today, and then 3 days of work, and that because I'm doing 12-hour shifts, so that's why I'm not doing streams after work. Otherwise, if I would work like 8 hours, I probably would schedule in some, maybe even if they would be shorter streams and break up some stuff. And I would probably stream NTE more because I would want to. I'm behind with a lot of things, and there are good content there as well. And, I'm glad to say, actually, but probably not everybody, that they don't have that much content. However, it's not bad that they have, and if they improve that way, I don't think that they will reach Genshin heights ever. I think this is the ship that's sailing that wind, or those waters, I would say, which is not a bad thing. This story is extremely good. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.